in and reminding people to take a minute to add their name and turn off their microphone. So again, hello everyone. So we're going to go ahead and get started. As you come in, if you would please make sure that you are muted. So touch your microphone and turn that off at the bottom, and then click on the chat and add your child's name. I am recording this tonight just in case we need to share it with someone who could not be here. I plan on keeping it as short and sweet as I can. And just want to make sure that you know what to expect when you join us next Thursday. Besides a lot of fun, because we will have a great time. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move through my slides. So many of you there are quite a few of you going, but there still might be some that will be asked to have another child with them. If you are, you will receive a form that looks something like this from your child's teacher, and it will have the names of any students that they want you to have with you throughout the day. It will have your schedule on it. It will have a list of the things that we're going to go over this afternoon. And it also has a QR code that will take you to the map that I'm going to show you in just a little bit. Okay. And if you have any questions at any time, I think you can click and raise your hand, and I should see that at the bottom, or you can just put them in the chat and unmute yourself and let me know. Okay. So the first thing is, what do we do on the day of the trip? So on the day of the trip, you need to have your child be here at school, and we would love for you to try to get them here by 7:45. That gives us an opportunity to make sure everybody's had breakfast and that they can use the bathroom, and we've gotten all of their things together for our trip. So if at all possible, have them here by 7:45. You can go and have a relaxing breakfast somewhere and take your time getting to Tweetsie. We plan to leave as close to 8 o'clock as we can, but the buses are a little bit slower, so we usually arrive at Tweetsie sometime between 9:15 and 9:30. When we get to Tweetsie, we have a photo opportunity first thing. So we unload the buses, and then we'll try to get a picture of all the kids in each class with one of the Letterland characters in the fire truck when we first go, before we even get inside of the gate. What you need to do as a parent is go ahead and go inside of the gate and go across the railroad tracks, and we will meet you there. So go across the railroad tracks and wait, and we will start signing out students there. If we try to sign out while we're at the photo op, we get some confusion, and we also slow other people down from getting inside. So just go on inside. You don't need to do anything but check in with us, and I will take care of telling them how many people we have and paying for that. So if you have not paid, it's a different story, and we'll talk about that just a little bit more at the end. But if you have paid through the school, just go on in, and we'll get everybody's names and everything once we get inside. Okay. When you're a chaperone, as you see, we're going to getting there, and then we've got from 9:30 until 12 this time to explore Tweetsie. And then we're going to lunch at 12 o'clock at a place called the Hacienda, and I'll pull up the map in just a minute to show you that. Okay. We have about 25 minutes for lunch. We do recommend that you try to go to the bathroom before we get on the train. And our train ride is at 1 o'clock. I'm going to check this chat really quick. I'm sorry, I see some messages. Okay, looks good. So, when it's time for our train ride, it's at 1 o'clock. We have to be on that train ride. They are booked all day long, and they give us a specific time. So we ask that you arrive at the train station that you arrive at the train station at about 12:50. It doesn't matter which car you get on for the train, just make sure you are at where the train loads, and I'll show you that on the map as well at 12:50. We'll do our train ride, and we will go ahead and ride the train. Once we get off the train, we still have some time left before we have to load the buses. So we do not need to load buses until 3:15, and this will only pertain to someone who is in charge of a child other than their own. But we meet at the main gate for dismissal if you do have a child other than your own. Do I have any questions at this time? If I do, just unmute and we'll pull you, or raise your hand and I'll unmute you so you can tell me. Okay. Okay. All right. So no questions. So while you're at Tweetsie with your child, once we get inside the gate, what we do is we usually pair up with some families to get together so the kids can have another child to ride with them. And we walk around together in small groups, or you can feel free to go on off by yourself if that's what you would like to do. Just make sure that you meet us at 12 for lunch and that you're on the train at 1:30. We ask if you are helping with another child, please do not let them go to the restroom alone. Make sure they're supervised at all times. We are allowing the kids to bring concessions and souvenir money, but it's only available to the children who bring it. And if you're a chaperone, I know it's so easy to want to do something for other children, but please know that you are not obligated to do that. And we have shared with parents, and we will share again, that if they purchase something, it's their responsibility. They have to take care of it. So you don't need to worry about taking care of their things that they purchase if they get something. Let's see. Hey, Miss Lopez, yes, absolutely. And I will get to that in just a minute, okay? But yes, we actually expect you to take your child home. Because of the attendance policy and liability policies, they have to ride on the bus with us up to Tweetsie. And we also will sign them out to you at lunchtime. So that way, as long as you don't have another child, you are free to leave at any time that you want to after that. But of course, I wouldn't miss the train ride because it's at 1. But we do usually go ahead at lunchtime, and if it's just you and your child, we let you sign them out then at that time. And but we still hope to see you at the train. Okay. Thank you for asking. Sorry about that. I had that message and I wanted to answer it really quickly. So we also want to show you some of the height restrictions, just in case you do have somebody else, or even if you want to plan what you want to do with your own child. So I will show you some of that, or where to find that, so that you can look at it for yourself as well. Oh. And I see some more in the chat. I'll check that again in just a little bit and answer those questions. So there are water fountains throughout the park, and if it's warm, we'll need to take lots of water breaks. We have been very fortunate the last couple of times we have gone, and the weather has been beautiful, except for about the first 30 minutes that we were there last year. But after that, it was perfect. It was comfortable, a little overcast, so it wasn't too hot. But do make sure that especially if you have another child with you, that they're allowed to stay hydrated too. Once we're inside the park, if you need your child's teacher, we're going to have our phones, and Class Dojo works there. And so that's the best way to get a hold of us. You just send us a message and tell us what you need or where you're at, and we will come to you and help you with whatever you need. Okay, let me check that chat real quick. Yes, Miss Fortune, thank you for answering that question. Someone asked about eating at Tweetsie. Of course, if you are there with your child, you can eat with them at Tweetsie. We do ask that you check in with us at lunch, though, just so that we can make sure everybody's still doing okay and all the children are accounted for. Okay? So I'm going to go on to the map. Maybe. Okay. So on my map, and this is the map if you scan the QR code with your phone the day of, this is what you will see minus my stars. So the stars show you different places where we're going to be. So if you look here, this orange star is where we're going to unload. Where you want to meet us is inside across the railroad tracks. There is usually a little teepee there in that area. So we kind of just move over to the side and get everybody settled and get them with the person that they're supposed to be with. Okay, so there's where we come in. There's where we'll meet. When it's lunchtime, we go to the green tents that are over here where the yellow star is. And what you'll have to come back to the railroad tracks, and there's a path that runs beside the railroad tracks that takes you to where we are. And they have it down pat. So our kids' lunches will be with us. You can actually, if you can get your lunches with our lunches in the morning, that's good because they can take those in for you and you won't have to carry them around. But you can carry them with you if you would prefer. But we have 25 minutes inside of this tent. So from 12 to 12:25, we'll be here eating our lunch. And then the bathrooms, they have bathrooms right here that are probably some of the nicer bathrooms that they have there and have more stalls in them as well. So there's bathrooms here. I know there's some bathrooms over here, and there are bathrooms up here as well inside of the park. And there's some other places too. I think there's some over near that arcade as well. Okay. The show schedule, if you have a chance, check out the show schedule throughout the park while we are there. There will be a lot of Letterland characters. They'll be all over the place. They love for the kids to have their pictures made with them. So please take lots of pictures, and you can share those with us on Class Dojo. We would love to see them. But the shows are fantastic, and they usually have some little gift or something for the kids. So if you get a chance to check out any of those, they are at the Palace. And let's see, where is the Palace? It's right in here somewhere. It's over in this way. So yeah, right there it is. So the Palace is up here, but the show times are here. Okay. And then our train ride and the gate where we will meet at 3:15 if you have another child with you is in this area right here. There's also the shops are located right here. Okay. Miss Fortune, have we had any questions or anything we need to address?
Um, Emily asked if there were any bag restrictions, and I don't think there are. Yes, no.
No, we are not aware of any bag restrictions. I always take a backpack with me, and I know the other teachers do as well. So they have never told us that we couldn't have it. So, hey, we just had somebody come in. Can you please click on your microphone and turn it off for me? Okay, thank you. And if you would click on the chat and put your name and your child's name so that we can count you in our meeting, okay? All right, so I've gone over all of this. Here's what I was talking about, the height restrictions, and we'll wrap it up pretty soon. Just give you guys some time to ask questions. But the amusement rides here, you can go to the Tweetsie site and go under Explore. Whoops. and it shows you those. I thought I had a link. I did. There we go. All right. So you can go and it tells you, so like the carousel, there's no restrictions. They can ride that one by themselves. This one, you've got to be under 7. So just for you, and especially if you do have another child with you, you might want to pay attention to that. With the chairlift, I do know that they will not let children ride by themselves. There has to be an adult with them in the seat. Okay. But they've got lots of fun things to do. Where's my little train ride? Oh, so this, the Mouse Mine Train, sometimes it takes a while to get on it, but it is a wonderful little ride. And so if you get a chance to check that one out, I highly recommend it if you've never been before. Okay. So you can check that out on your own time whenever you want to take a minute and just look at those items. Okay. So at the end of the day, we do expect you to take your child home with you. So make plans and make sure you've got room in the car if you carpool with them. Do try to be at Tweetsie by 9:15, 9:30, preferably 9:15. We try to get there by then. And as I said, we'll meet inside of the gate. I'm trying to think. Miss Fortune, can you think of anything that I've missed?
I think you've covered about everything.
Okay. Okay. All right. And we want to see these pictures. We love them. So if you take some pictures, if you will share those. And my meeting, I've got 10 minutes, so we're going to wrap it up. Okay. So share your photos. We love them. Send them to your teacher on Class Dojo. Have an amazing fun-filled day. The kids are so excited over these Letterland characters. So they really get excited. They want to find the one that their name starts with, and they really enjoy seeing them. So take lots of pictures, and just thank you for being part of this memory making experience. Thank you for supporting us, because we couldn't take a trip like this without you. Okay, so I do have about 9 minutes. If you have any questions, anything that you need answered, go ahead and put it in the chat, and Miss Fortune will help me get to it. I hope. Yes, if you didn't fill out a chaperone form, that is not a problem. You are welcome to come and go with your child. Okay. We answered about the bags, and Miss Fortune addressed the lunch. Do we have any other questions? You can put them in the chat or just go ahead and unmute and ask. Okay. If you don't have any questions, then you are free to go. And thank you for taking time to join us. If you have any more questions or something that we didn't answer to this afternoon, you can always ask your teacher about it on Dojo, and we will get back to you with an answer. Okay. We're excited to see you on Thursday.